The casting of the 1964 movie, which we'll refer to as The Show, was a fascinating process. Peter Sellers, who had already starred in the successful The Pink Panther, was a natural choice for the bumbling detective Clouseau. His comedic talent was undeniable, and the filmmakers wanted to build on that success. For the role of Maria Gambrelli, the film's leading lady, the producers looked for someone who could hold her own against Sellers' comedic antics. They found their match in Elke Sommer, a German-born actress who had recently made a splash in Hollywood. Her charm and comedic timing made her an ideal fit for the role. The casting of Herbert as Commissioner Dreyfus was a stroke of genius. Lom had previously worked with Sellers in The Pink Panther, and their chemistry was undeniable. Lom's ability to play the straight man to Sellers' comedic character added depth to their scenes together. The film's supporting cast was equally impressive. George Sanders, a seasoned actor known for his distinctive voice and suave demeanor, was cast as the suave and sophisticated Monsieur Ballon. Graham Stark, a British actor who had worked with Sellers before, played the role of Hercule's loyal manservant, Albert. The casting process for the show involved a series of auditions and chemistry tests. The filmmakers were looking for actors who could not only act, but also had great chemistry with each other. The casting of Sommer, for instance, was partly due to her excellent chemistry with Sellers during their audition scenes. One pivotal moment in the casting process was when Sellers and Lom were reunited for a reading. Their chemistry was immediate, and the filmmakers knew they had their Clouseau and Dreyfus. The rest of the cast was assembled around these two central characters, creating a dynamic and entertaining ensemble. In conclusion, the casting of the show was a careful process that involved finding the right mix of talent, chemistry, and comedic timing. The result was a memorable and entertaining film that has stood the test of time. In 1964, the movie, directed by Blake Edwards, graced the screens. Known for his innovative style and comedic flair, Edwards brought a unique vision to life in this film. His approach to storytelling was characterized by a blend of wit, humor, and sophistication, which is evident in every frame of the movie. Edwards' creative influences were vast and varied. He drew inspiration from the classic comedies of the 1930s and 1940s, as well as the French farces of the same era. This influence is evident in the fast-paced, screwball humor that permeates the movie. Edwards was also influenced by the work of filmmakers like Billy Wilder and Ernst Lubitsch, whose films were known for their sharp dialogue and sophisticated visual style. One of the key elements of Edwards' directorial vision was his collaboration with his cast and crew. He had a long-standing working relationship with screenwriter and producer Tony Adams, with whom he co-created the movie. Together, they crafted a script that was both funny and intelligent, with a clever plot and memorable characters. Edwards also worked closely with his cast, particularly Peter Sellers, who played the bumbling detective, Inspector Clouseau. Sellers' performance was a masterclass in physical comedy, and Edwards gave him the freedom to improvise and experiment with his character. This collaborative approach resulted in a performance that was both hilarious and endearing. Visually, the movie is a feast for the eyes. Edwards' use of wide-angle lenses and high-contrast lighting gives the film a distinctive look, while the elaborate set designs and costumes add to the film's visual appeal. The director's attention to detail is evident in every frame, from the carefully choreographed slapstick sequences to the subtle visual gags that pepper the film. In conclusion, the movie is a testament to Blake Edwards' directorial vision. His innovative approach to storytelling, his collaborative spirit, and his attention to detail all contribute to the film's enduring appeal. Despite being over 5 decades old, the movie remains a beloved classic, a testament to the timeless appeal of Edwards' unique vision. Did you know that the movie A Shot in the Dark has some fascinating behind-the-scenes stories? For instance, the film's director, Blake Edwards, was initially hesitant to make a sequel to his hit movie The Pink Panther. However, he changed his mind after hearing a pitch from screenwriter and actor Herbert. Moreover, the movie's iconic soundtrack was composed by Henry Mancini, who was initially reluctant to create a new theme for the sequel. But, after watching a rough cut of the film, he was inspired to compose the now famous The Pink Panther theme. There are also many funny, shocking, and sad facts about the making of this movie, so keep watching this video to learn more. Do you have a most cherished memory or personal experience related to A Shot in the Dark? We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. In the production of the 1964 movie, known as A Shot in the Dark, the set design played a pivotal role in creating the film's engaging atmosphere. The movie was primarily shot on elaborate sets constructed in the studios, featuring a grand mansion with opulent interiors. The set designers paid meticulous attention to detail, from the intricate moldings on the ceiling to the ornate furniture, which added a touch of authenticity to the setting. The film's locations were primarily limited to the mansion and its surroundings, but the crew managed to create a sense of variety and depth within those confines. The mansion's labyrinthine hallways, sprawling gardens, and secret passageways provided ample opportunities for the characters to interact and for the plot to unfold. One of the logistical challenges of filming a shot in the dark was managing the large cast of characters and ensuring that each actor had enough screen time. The movie featured an ensemble of talented actors, including Peter Sellers, who played the bumbling detective, Inspector Clouseau. To accommodate the large cast, the production team had to carefully schedule each scene and coordinate the actors' movements to ensure that the film flowed smoothly. Despite the logistical challenges, the production team employed several innovative techniques to enhance the film's visual appeal. One such technique was the use of wide-angle lenses, which allowed the camera to capture a broader view of the set and the actors' movements. This technique was particularly effective in the movie's comedic chase scenes, where the wide-angle lens helped to create a sense of chaos and confusion. Another innovative technique used in the production of A Shot in the Dark was the use of sound effects to enhance the comedic timing of the film. The sound effects team used a variety of unconventional sounds, such as sliding doors, clinking glasses, and footsteps, to create a humorous and engaging atmosphere. The sound effects were carefully synchronized with the actors' movements, which helped to heighten the comedic impact of each scene. In conclusion, the production of A Shot in the Dark was a complex and challenging endeavor, but the crew's innovative techniques and attention to detail helped to create a memorable and engaging film. From the opulent set design to the comedic sound effects, every aspect of the production was carefully crafted to ensure that the movie resonated with audiences. The movie, often simply referred to as The Show, was released in 1964 and has stood the test of time as a classic comedy. The film's plot centers around a mystery, with humor woven throughout. The main character, a bumbling detective, brings both comedic relief and intrigue to the storyline. The detective, played by Peter Sellers, is a memorable character known for his ineptitude and humorous antics. Sellers' portrayal of the detective is a testament to his versatile acting abilities. The supporting cast also delivers strong performances, adding to the overall enjoyment of the movie. The film's director, Blake Edwards, is a renowned figure in the world of cinema. His direction in The Show showcases his prowess in creating a captivating and intriguing storyline. The movie's screenplay, co-written by Edwards, is clever and witty, providing ample opportunities for the actors to showcase their comedic talents. The show is set in a bustling landscape, providing a backdrop for the comedic and mysterious events that unfold. The film's production design and cinematography are well executed, contributing to the overall enjoyment of the movie. Overall, The Show is a classic comedy that has stood the test of time. Its humor, plot, and performances make it a delightful watch for older adults. The movie's enduring legacy is a testament to its quality and the talents of those involved in its production. The music in the 1964 movie was a crucial element in setting the tone for this comedic murder mystery. André Mancini, the film's composer, created a score that perfectly complemented the narrative and emotional journey of the characters. Mancini's score was heavily influenced by classical music, which added an element of sophistication to the film. The main theme, a playful and upbeat melody, is reminiscent of waltz rhythms, giving it a lighthearted and comedic feel. This choice of music was a deliberate one, as Mancini wanted to contrast the darker themes of the murder mystery with a lighter, more humorous score. The soundtrack also featured several jazz pieces, which added to the film's overall charm and sophistication. Mancini, who was known for his work in jazz, incorporated this genre into the film as a way to pay homage to his musical roots. The use of jazz also helped to create a sense of excitement and energy during the film's many chase scenes and moments of tension. When it came to recording the score, Mancini worked with a full orchestra, which allowed him to create a rich and dynamic sound. The use of live instruments also helped to bring a sense of realism to the film's musical landscape. Interestingly, Mancini's score for the movie was so well received that it was later adapted into a successful Broadway musical. The show, which was called Lute, featured many of the same musical themes and motifs as the film, and it went on to become a hit with audiences around the world. In conclusion, the score and soundtrack for the 1964 movie were an essential part of the film's overall success. Through his use of classical and jazz music, Mancini was able to create a score that perfectly complemented the narrative and emotional tone of the movie, and his work continues to be celebrated and enjoyed by audiences today. Meanwhile, behind the scenes of this classic comedy, the cast and crew had some interesting stories to share. Elke Sommer, who played the role of Maria Gambrelli, came from a humble background as the daughter of a Lutheran minister who passed away when she was just 14 years old. Herbert, who portrayed Chief Inspector Charles Dreyfus, had a unique connection to Spanish writer Javier Marías, whose uncle, Jesus Franco, was a director who often worked with Lom. In one of Marías' novels, Thus Bad Begins, Lom even narrates a scandal involving a movie producer who employed Franco. One of the most iconic scenes in the film features Peter Sellers driving a Mini, which was actually his own personal vehicle. Sellers eventually gifted the car to the director, Blake Edwards. One of the most iconic scenes in the movie is when Maria, played by Elke Sommer, is interrogated by Inspector Clouseau, portrayed by Peter Sellers. The scene is set in a dimly lit room, with a single lamp casting dramatic shadows on Maria's face. Cinematographer Ralph Woolsey uses high-contrast lighting to create a tense and suspenseful atmosphere. As Maria becomes more and more agitated, she begins to cry, and the camera focuses on her tears glistening in the lamplight. Director Blake Edwards uses this scene to showcase Sellers' comedic timing and physical comedy. Clouseau, convinced of Maria's guilt, tries to extract a confession from her, but his bumbling attempts only serve to make him look foolish. At one point, he accidentally knocks over a chair, and Maria is forced to help him up, further emphasizing her innocence. Sommer's performance in this scene is also noteworthy. She plays Maria as both vulnerable and defiant, creating a complex and nuanced character. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Sommer said, "I loved working with Peter. He was such a generous actor and always made me feel at ease." The impact of this scene on the audience is significant. It not only showcases the comedic talents of Sellers, but also highlights the film's clever use of lighting and camera angles. The scene also serves to humanize Maria, making her more than just a suspect in a murder investigation. Another iconic scene in the movie is the famous balloon scene. In this scene, Clouseau is trying to question a witness, but his interrogation is constantly interrupted by a balloon vendor outside his office window. Clouseau becomes increasingly frustrated, and in a fit of rage, he shoots the balloon, only to have it replaced by another one. This scene is a perfect example of the movie's slapstick humor and Sellers' ability to create humor out of the most mundane situations. Cinematographer Woolsey uses a simple yet effective camera technique in this scene. He frames Clouseau in the foreground, with the balloon vendor and the window in the background. This creates a visual contrast between Clouseau's frustration and the seemingly carefree attitude of the balloon vendor. In an interview with American Cinematographer, Woolsey said, "The balloon scene was a challenge because we had to balance the comedic elements with the visual storytelling. But Peter's performance made it easy to find the right balance." Overall, the iconic scenes in the movie are a testament to the film's clever direction, memorable performances, and innovative cinematography. They continue to resonate with audiences today and have left an indelible mark on the world of comedy. In the 1964 film, Elke Sommer made an impression that would lead to greater opportunities. Her performance earned her a significant paycheck of £30,000 for a later film, Carry On Behind, in 1975. This salary was the highest ever received by an actor in the Carry On series, with only Phil Silvers securing a similar amount. In contrast, Kenneth Williams received a mere £5,000 for his role. Peter Sellers, another actor in the film, was born in Southsea and has a blue plaque in his honor at the corner of Southsea Terrace and Castle Road. His family home now stands above a Chinese restaurant. George Sanders, who also appeared in the film, had a brother named Tom who shared his career path. To avoid confusion, the brothers decided to flip a coin to determine who would change their name. Tom lost the coin toss and, after randomly dialing a number at a payphone, adopted the name Tom Conway when he reached Conway's Fish Market. The 1964 movie, often referred to as The Show, brought laughter to audiences with its comedic take on a murder mystery. Its release was timely, tapping into the public's interest in detective stories. The film's protagonist, a bumbling detective, was a fresh and humorous departure from the serious, suave detectives typical of the genre. The movie resonated with audiences, providing a much-needed escape from the realities of the time. It was a breath of fresh air, filled with witty dialogue and slapstick humor that left viewers in stitches. The film's success led to a series, solidifying its place in pop culture. The show also contributed to discussions on relevant social themes. It subtly challenged societal norms through its humor, making it relatable and appealing to a wide audience. The film's protagonist, despite his flaws, was a likable character, which further added to its appeal. Influencing pop culture, the movie introduced a new style of comedy. Its blend of physical humor and witty dialogue was a novel approach that many subsequent comedies have emulated. The film's impact is evident in the numerous parodies and references to it in later productions. In conclusion, the show was more than just a comedy. It was a cultural phenomenon that resonated with audiences, influenced pop culture, and contributed to discussions on relevant social themes. Its legacy continues to be felt today, a testament to its enduring appeal and influence. Peter Sellers' talent for impersonation was already evident during his time in the military. While stationed abroad, he posed as a commanding officer, narrowly escaping being caught. In the movie, Sellers delivers a memorable performance, showcasing his comedic timing and versatility. On the other hand, George Sanders, who also stars in the film, had a reputation for being a private person who disliked giving interviews. He never gave autographs, and even embraced being seen as rude and disagreeable. However, during his college years, Sanders was known for his skills as a swimmer and boxer, as well as his early cultivation of a bounder persona. These diverse experiences no doubt contributed to his complex and nuanced portrayal in the movie. The 1964 movie, often referred to as The Show, received mixed reviews from critics. However, it was generally well received by audiences who appreciated its humor and wit. The film's director, known for his comedic touch, delivered another successful farce. The lead actor's performance was particularly praised, with one critic noting his impeccable timing and irrepressible charm. The movie was nominated for several awards, including a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. While it didn't win, the nomination itself was a significant achievement, highlighting the film's popularity and critical acclaim. The actor also received a Golden Globe nomination for his role, further solidifying his status as a leading man in comedy. These accolades are essential for those involved in the film as they validate their hard work and talent. The nominations and positive reviews helped to boost the film's profile, attracting more audiences and increasing its box office revenue. Moreover, the awards and nominations also contributed to the cast and crew's professional reputation, potentially leading to more opportunities and recognition in the future. In summary, while the critical reception of the show was mixed, it was generally well liked by audiences and received recognition in the form of award nominations. These accolades were significant for those involved in the film, as they highlighted the film's success and the talent of its cast and crew. After completing work on the movie, Martin Benson, who played Hercule's loyal sidekick, went on to paint portraits of notable Shakespearean actors such as Olivier, Gielgud, and Guinness. In 1993, he held an exhibition at the Shakespeare Globe Center. On the other hand, Elke Sommer, who played the beautiful and mysterious Maria Gambrelli, now resides in Los Angeles, California, where she works as a painter, drawing inspiration from Marc Chagall. A notable scene in the movie features Clouseau rushing through a Paris apartment and accidentally falling out of a window into the Seine. This scene required the use of 3 cameras and a stunt double who was told to waggle his legs for added humor. The scene was filmed in MGM Stage 5, which housed a 154,000-gallon tank of tepid water. A set representing the first 3 stories of a French apartment building was constructed beside the tank. Despite one cameraman missing part of the stunt, the stuntman was asked to repeat it twice more, changing out of his wet clothes between takes. In the end, only one camera angle was used, and the stuntman received around 100 pounds for his work. This scene, like the rest of the movie, required careful planning and execution to create the perfect blend of humor and intrigue. In the making of this movie, several amusing and insightful moments occurred behind the scenes. For instance, Peter Sellers, who played Inspector Clouseau, was known for his comedic antics. During filming, he would often improvise lines, leading to unexpected laughter on set. Elke Sommer, one of the film's leading ladies, had a memorable experience when she first met Peter Sellers. He greeted her in full Clouseau character, complete with a fake French accent, which left her both surprised and amused. The film's director, Blake Edwards, had a unique approach to directing. He would often let the cameras roll even after he called cut, capturing candid moments and ad-lib lines. This technique led to many of the film's most memorable scenes. The set of the movie was also a hub of creativity. The art department, led by set decorator Louis Diage, created an opulent mansion filled with intricate details and hidden gags. The result was a visually stunning backdrop that added to the film's comedic charm. Despite the lighthearted atmosphere, the cast and crew worked diligently to bring the story to life. The film's screenwriter, William Peter Blatty, who later went on to write The Exorcist, was on set every day, collaborating with Edwards and the actors to ensure the script's vision was realized. In one scene, where Clouseau is to fall down a grand staircase, Sellers insisted on doing the stunt himself. After several takes, he finally succeeded, but not without a few bumps and bruises. His dedication to the role was a testament to his commitment as an actor. These anecdotes offer a glimpse into the making of the movie, revealing a production filled with laughter, creativity, and dedication. The cast and crew's experiences shaped the film into the comedic masterpiece that it is today. Brian Forbes, an associate member of RADA, was involved in the movie. As a talented actor and director, Forbes made a significant contribution to the film. Peter Sellers, known for his role in the movie, held both Robin Williams and Steve Martin in high regard before his death. He considered it a great honor that they spoke highly of him. George Sanders, who also appeared in the movie, came from a family that fled Russia with the onset of the 1917 revolution. His background added an interesting layer to his character in the film. The 1964 movie, often remembered as the show or the film, left an indelible mark on the history of cinema. As a precursor to the popular Pink Panther series, it introduced the iconic character Inspector Clouseau, played by Peter Sellers. This movie, along with its successors, significantly influenced comedy and detective genres. The film's innovative approach to humor, blending slapstick and witty dialogue, inspired future filmmakers. Directors like Blake Edwards, who also directed this movie, began experimenting with visual gags and absurd situations, which later became staples in comedy films. The show also had a profound impact on the detective genre, offering a fresh perspective on the traditional whodunit formula. By focusing on the bumbling antics of Inspector Clouseau, the movie added a layer of humor and lightheartedness to the otherwise serious genre. Subsequent works inspired by the film include spoofs and parodies of the detective genre, such as the Naked Gun series and the Austin Powers franchise. These films continue to pay homage to the original Pink Panther series, showcasing the lasting influence of the show on contemporary filmmaking. Moreover, the movie's memorable soundtrack, composed by Henry Mancini, has also inspired numerous covers and tributes, further solidifying its place in film history. The iconic theme song, The Pink Panther, has become synonymous with the series and the genre itself. In conclusion, the 1964 movie, through its unique blend of humor and detective storytelling, has left a lasting legacy in the world of cinema. Its influence on future filmmaking and subsequent works is a testament to its enduring appeal and significance. Meanwhile, in the realm of comedic cinema, a particular film showcased the talents of a brilliant cast. Elke Sommer, who later went on to host the 1981 Miss Universe pageant alongside Bob Barker, played a significant role in this production. The film's director, Brian Forbes, was a notable figure in the industry, with his biography featured in John Wakeman's World Film Directors, Volume 2, 1945-1985. The movie's star, Peter Sellers, was not only a comedic genius but also a devoted father, having a daughter, Victoria Sellers, with actress Britt Ekland. In the film, George Sanders shared the screen with Wendy Berry in 5 productions: The Saint Strikes Back, The Saint Takes Over, The Gay Falcon, The Saint in Palm Springs, and A Date with the Falcon. His successful career in the industry led to him being honored with 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one for motion pictures and another for television. One notable moment in the movie is when Peter Sellers, as Hercule, ad-libbed the line, "Look at that. I've got Africa all over my hand." The off-the-cuff remark added a touch of humor to the scene. It's worth mentioning that George Sanders' career was quite prolific, with his work leaving a lasting impact on the world of cinema. His contributions and enduring presence in the industry continue to be celebrated by movie enthusiasts of all ages. In 1959, Brian Forbes established the production company Allied Filmmakers along with other notable figures in the film industry. AFAM operated as a producers cooperative in partnership with the Rank organization, which financed 10% of the costs without interfering with artistic control. Their first collaboration, The League of Gentlemen, became the sixth most successful box office film of the year. Martin Benson, a British stage and film actor, is best known in the U.S. for his role as the Kralahome in the 1956 film version of The King and I. He has often been mistaken for Martin Benson, the South Coast artistic director. Graham Stark, a graduate of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in 1953, pursued a successful acting career in both film and television. Did you know that the movie, often remembered for its humor and wit, was first released in 1964? We'd love to hear about your experiences watching it. How did this film make you feel? Did it inspire you to explore more of the cinema world? Perhaps you were captivated by the show's unique storyline and unforgettable characters, or maybe it was the clever dialogue and comedic timing that left a lasting impression on you. Whatever it may be, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share your favorite moments, quotes, or memories related to the movie. Whether you were tickled by the humor or intrigued by the plot, your insights could inspire others to explore this classic film as well. If you're feeling extra nostalgic, why not take a trip down memory lane and watch the movie again? You might discover something new or appreciate it in a different way. And while you're here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations. Your support helps us continue to bring you fascinating stories and insights from the world of film. So, what are you waiting for? Share your thoughts and memories with us